Oh my gosh, none of it. Okay. But how do I know? Is this recording? So we're going to hold it.
Three. Oh. 1, 2, 3. Hopefully that works. Otherwise, we'll figure it out. Okay. Dear listener, I'm very sad for you because me and Em started recording and it was so good.
So if this podcast does not meet your expectations, you should have heard what we just recorded.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. If you can
imagine the funniest thing you've ever heard.
And
and then multiply it.
Yeah, and then just like times it by a lot.
And that was that last 3 minutes of our conversation.
But, first episode, props. Good thing we figured out early. And
if we had done an 45 minutes in.
Yeah, if we just recorded a whole thing.
I'd have lost my mind.
Yeah. Should we try to recreate? I think we just move on, right?
Well, we do, need to introduce ourselves.
Yeah. Okay.
Give a little disclaimer.
So, I'm DJ.
I'm Emily.
And this is the kitchen table. Em, why don't you introduce yourself to all the listeners the only people who are going to be listening are people who know us. So this
so
is
your friends that I don't have.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah. So your friends who are going to, I'll be honest. I don't really trust that my friends will actually listen to this. I think they'll say, DJ, I'm so proud that you finally followed through on something. And then not one person will listen to it. But, Mom, this is Emily.
I will say, just going on that vein, I've had a lot of friends who have promised to listen to the first episode. Now, I've told them that there will be more than one, but yet they just confirmed they'll listen to the first. So we're just going to make this one really great.
Really
so maybe
good.
Feel more encouraged to listen to the second.
Yeah, I've been, as I told you, I'm saying this not for you, for the listener.
Yes, for sure.
I have been keeping a list of potential topics, so I will only bring in my favorites.
Oh,
wait,
that's a good choice.
That didn't come through. I will only bring in my favorites.
So I'm Emily, not born but raised in Washington, D.C. area. I say I live in Virginia. People always say it's not a F, it's a V. Supposedly I say Virginia wrong.
You say Virginia?
Virginia.
Wait, say it again.
I live in Virginia.
Oh, yeah, you definitely say an F.
Yeah, I know I say it, but what am I to do?
Use a V?
Virginia? That sounds weird.
That's like how it's pronounced, right?
It is, I understand, but that's not how I say it.
Okay.
I understand it's wrong, but I will not change.
We're talking about Virginia, right? So
true.
It makes sense that I haven't heard that.
No, that's very true. Yeah. I say a lot of words wrong, and people just have to live with it. You don't love me at my best. I mean, my worst.
We don't get you at your best. And dear listener, Emily at her best is the best.
The best is when I pronounce words correctly.
Oh
and
my
you
gosh.
Don't get it.
I love it when you pronounce words correctly.
Few and far between, but I'll do it. My hobbies include reality television.
Yes.
Basically any reality show, I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
Probably stick with it.
Which is we should point out how me and Em became friends.
True.
Well, good friends.
Yes, that's how we solidified our friendship.
Absolutely.
As adults. And not as 18-year-olds in college.
Right. Because
that could be another episode.
We can get into that later. Yeah.
So I like reality television. I love going out to eat with people. Going out to eat myself is fine.
It's fine.
But going out with other people is so.
So you wouldn't say that you've ever spent more than 2 hours in a restaurant?
Oh, I have.
Oh, okay.
But not by
yourself,
myself. Oh, I've actually never gone out to eat by myself.
Wait, what?
Sit at a restaurant?
You don't go to Taco Bell and sit there for 3 hours?
No, the only times I go to a Taco Bell and sit inside are when you are in attendance. So,
okay.
Never, but it's a goal of mine to try that.
To go out. Have you ever gone to a movie by yourself?
No.
Oh, I mean, for me, dear listener, I love movies. I don't know that I love this dear listener thing I keep saying.
I mean, it's a choice.
But here we are. Anyway, I love going to movies. So I pay for the AMC movie pass. So going to movies for me is essentially free. I just pay $20 a month. Anyway, so I love going to movies for free. But for you, it might not be worth it, right? I love going to movies by myself.
Yeah.
But if you have to pay, it's like $15 nowadays to go to a movie.
Except for the theater across the street, which has $6 Tuesdays.
So that's what you need to do. You've got to go to a $6 movie by yourself.
True.
I actually find it really enjoyable.
That's what I've heard. I've heard it's quite the experience. Since once you do it, you love it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's just not been a movie that I'm like, oh, I want to see that no one else wants to see.
Right. Yeah. That's fair.
So yeah, reality TV, going out to eat with people. That's about it. I would say
that's all Emily does.
My hobbies are very people oriented.
That's why we get along.
Yeah, I'm not like a cross stitcher or hiking. Never, not in a million years.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this, you probably know me, and you know I'm anti-dirt.
Yeah.
And honestly,
you have a famous Instagram post that says I love going hiking, but
I said in search of a hiking buddy that likes to drive.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm anti-dirt, and this is going to be a hot take. I'm anti-nature.
Oh.
In the sense, I mean, I'm all for creation. I'm all for trees.
Sure.
But a hike?
Yeah.
You are walking through trees or dirt to go look at more trees and dirt.
Yeah.
And I just don't understand the premise of that. I'm all for a nature walk.
Yeah. Okay.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Here's the thing. I knew that you weren't like pro hiking, but you've offered to go on hikes with me. Yeah,
for friends, I'll do it.
Yeah. You'll do anything for social.
Oh yeah. Well, mostly, yeah.
I'm very similar.
Things I don't like.
Okay.
Pizza.
That's not true.
It is. I like pizza with white sauce, but pizza with red sauce, put me in my grave.
How am I learning these?
Dear listener, this is a great friendship test for me and DJ. We're learning so much about each other.
We've definitely eaten pizza.
Again, I will eat it to please the group. If everyone's like, oh yeah, Domino's, I'm not going to be like, thanks.
Fascinating.
But I will normally get a white sauce pizza.
So you go to Ann Pizza and it's the white sauce.
100%.
And you don't like red sauce.
Again, I'll eat it, but I would never choose it. And you know how most people are like, I could eat pizza all the time, or like, let's have a pizza party.
Yeah. Like everyone on earth.
Yeah, literally everyone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, rather not.
Fascinating.
I know.
Do you have a food that you could eat all the time?
Potatoes. In all of its forms.
I think I've heard you say that. Okay.
And there's other foods that I like a lot.
This is going to be this podcast is going to be a real trial on our friendship.
I mean, we're not eating pizza, so it should be okay.
Yeah, but just learning your opinions more it might be
Which is bold because listeners, you will find DJ has some strong opinions. He doesn't necessarily stick by them, but he has them.
Yeah.
That's just a little... From that, no one's going to want to be my friend.
Yeah.
I hate nature and I hate pizza.
Nobody's going to listen to this because they're like, I just love Emily's takes on nature and pizza.
The comments are going to be like, what's wrong with the female host? She hates everything normal. I'll be like, who I am.
Anything else you want to share about yourself? I mean,
no.
We're going to be doing this for years.
Yeah, seriously.
So the listeners will have time to learn things. But that's the intro.
That's just a basic
Emily
spiel.
hates nature, pizza, loves going out to eat with people, and something else. Reality TV. Of course. How could I have forgotten? That's basically the entire... I wouldn't call it the foundation of our friendship anymore, but it's the foundation of the start of our friendship. Our friendship is based now on love and mutual respect. I don't know. It's based on friendship.
Exactly. All the things that make you friends with someone is what me and DJ have.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Emily's friends, and Susan's met me. So Susan's Emily's mom. Kelly's my mom. They're definitely being heavily involved in this show. Anyway, so Emily's friends, I'm DJ. A little bit about me. I love Taco Bell. Yeah.
A lot.
I was recently, serious moment. I was recently diagnosed with prediabetes. And so, unfortunately, I've only eaten at Taco Bell, I think 3 times this month.
That's wild. Because it used to be like a 4 to 5 times a week.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'd get breakfast there. I used to get breakfast there about at least twice a week. And then eat there for dinner probably twice a week as well. So, so anywhere from 3 to 5 times a week.
Yeah. So I just want to commend you for taking your doctor's advice to heart.
Yeah.
And the growth that you've had.
Yeah. And we should, at this moment, would be a good point to commend us. Because I have gone the whole month without soda, and you only had 1 soda. But it was for medical purposes.
It wasn't soda. It was Red Bull.
You claim that there's some difference.
There is.
Yeah, a higher caffeine content.
I mean, it's about the same given the size of the Red Bull that I have. It's not that different. Also, I don't feel like there's as many chemicals. I mean, that's definitely not true.
You don't feel like there's as many chemicals as in a Red Bull?
That's definitely not true. But again, I drink it for medicinal purposes.
Yes, and that's why I shouldn't have even brought this up. This should be a beef between us. We shouldn't get the public involved in you having had a Red Bull.
Comment below if you think there's a difference between Red Bulls and sodas.
Yeah,
when it comes to
below.
health.
Please, and please leave us a rating or review on Apple.
Oh my gosh, like and subscribe.
Yeah, and like and subscribe. My other interests include hiking. I am actually going to take that back. I just said that to
be an instigator.
Yes. I do love hiking, but it's not. It's a hobby of mine when I live in Utah. Out here, it's not a hobby. My other hobbies include reality TV. I crocheted 3 things and then dropped that.
And what did you crochet?
Well, I kept dropping stitches, so they're just little like triangles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you starting off as a triangle or was it a square?
No, it was supposed to be a square.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I dropped a stitch, so it ended up being a triangle. And I love board games.
Oh.
Yeah, that's like a big, like my whole, the part of the couch where you can like lay down.
The chaise.
Is that what it's called? Mm-hmm. The chaise. My chaise has like a compartment under it.
Oh.
And it's completely full of board games.
Now, listener, you need to know, DJ describes this. No one in our friend group has ever seen DJ's house.
Mm-hmm. I have, no, that's not true. I had 3 people help me move in.
Yeah. So we're not quite sure DJ has a house.
Yeah, okay.
Most Taco Bells are 24 hours.
That's the drive-through, at least. Yeah.
So, yes, he keeps his board games in his home that no one's seen.
Yes. Yeah.
Meanwhile, DJ's like a roommate at our house.
Yeah. I'm the 5th roommate here. 4th roommate. This is public. I'm the 5th roommate, Candace. Don't worry. Your place is safe. Oh, by the way, if you hear noises, it's because we don't quite have funding for a studio, so we're just recording in Emily's basement.
Yeah.
But we're working on it. And
if you like and subscribe, we get to a studio faster. So please.
I was thinking that maybe we should set up a P.O. box so people can send us things.
Okay.
One of those things being cash.
Cash, yeah.
Yeah. But
also, like your questions. So if we give you advice.
Yeah.
If you don't want us to know who you are, you can send an anonymous letter.
You could mail an anonymous letter. Though you'd want to travel like out of state. Well, I guess it's pretty anonymous. We'd be able to narrow it down by what post office stamped it.
I mean, probably not. Most of our friends live in our area?
Right.
Or Utah?
Yeah.
Should you say where you're from?
Oh, yeah. I'm from Ohio, but now claim Utah as my home. I'm so sorry, Ohio. You were great, but you just don't have mountains, you know? So, love you. Okay.
So a little, just brief.
Yeah.
We can go into more on another episode if you'd like to know. Me and DJ, I knew who DJ was in college.
Yeah.
He didn't know who I was necessarily. We had one mutual friend.
Yeah.
Shout out, Christian.
Oh, what up, former fam?
So I knew who DJ was, but we were not friends.
Right.
And now, that was out in Utah.
I was in Utah.
And now we both live in DC.
Go Cougs. We
met like a week later. We were at the same concert together, hung out there.
Yep.
Started watching The Bachelor.
No. Started with The Circle.
No, because we watched Peter's season of The Bachelor at my old apartment.
Oh my gosh, that was before I was into The Bachelor.
Yeah.
That's why I don't remember it.
Yeah.
Because I just came because you were watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then just with each reality show that's come out, we've watched it together.
Yep.
Commented. We love to roast people on TV.
Mm-hmm. Like in ways that unfortunately I don't feel comfortable doing publicly.
No.
Yeah. We're a little bit mean.
We are. Yeah. And if either of us were to ever run for office, it would be dug up and we would be roasted for our mean comments.
Correct. Yeah. So, unfortunately for those listening, the three of you,
our two moms.
Yeah, our two moms and Christian, maybe.
Maybe that.
We won't be quite as mean here. But if you ever want to hang out with us and watch The Batch, you know, maybe when we get big, that can be like a prize, you know?
Yeah.
Like after we have 1,000 subscribers, then we can do like a fundraiser and the randomly draw and they get to watch The Batch with us.
True, like on Disney Channel where if you bought enough yogurt, you could go on a cruise with Dylan and Cole Sprouse.
Yes.
We're of the same caliber.
Oh, Dylan and Cole? They got nothing. They just happen to be twins.
True.
Yeah. So that's our intro. Should we get into some lib?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Lib is Love is Blind. So I would say spoiler warning, but we're about 10 episodes behind.
Yeah. We're gonna watch some more tonight, but the season has already ended like a week ago, and I doubt we'll finish it tonight.
Oh, for sure no. We've only watched 4 episodes.
Yeah. And there's 12?
Yeah. So if you haven't watched the first 4.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, but you're more behind than we are, so it's not our fault.
That's fair. Yeah. Like honestly, if someone spoils it for us, it's kind of on us at this point.
Oh yeah, at this point.
Anyway,
anyone
so
responsible.
Just so that those listening can get a feel, we're positive. Reality TV will be a staple of this podcast.
Yes.
So if you're into reality TV, maybe this is a good podcast for you.
And if not, if you want to recap, we can do that too.
Yeah.
If
so
you don't want to
recap
invest
what we've seen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, me? I thought you meant like us.
Yeah. Would you, Emily, like to recap?
Okay. So Love is Blind, if you haven't watched, get on it. It's on Netflix.
Oh.
It's these people who are all in these pod rooms. And for a week, they have these conversations through a wall. And then at the end of the week, they get engaged. And then they only meet if they say yes. So they basically are getting married to someone they've never met. So then they have a month together, they get married, and then they have to live together.
No. They meet for like 2 weeks. Then they go on vacation together for like a week as engaged couples. And then live together for a month as engaged couples.
Oh, true.
And then get married. And what makes this a little bit extra spicy is, they're all doing this together. So like this season, for example, one guy tried to get engaged to one chick. She said no, and he went with someone else. But she's kind of regretting who she went with. And so is he a little bit.
Well, and now they're neighbors.
Yeah, and so they see each other all the time. And I'm just gonna say it. She's hotter than the girl that he got engaged to.
Oh, true. Their chemistry's better too.
And they're definitely. So anyway, it makes for spicy situations.
Well, and also, so the premise is it's not based on looks. It's based on genuine connection. Mind you, everyone on the show is attractive.
Yeah.
It's not like the doors open after they say yes and there's a total uggo there.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're still like, ooh, not the best in that person's opinion.
Sure.
But like everyone there is attractive.
Yeah.
And like normal people.
Right. It's like they're like average looking. They're on the upper end of average looking or better.
True.
Yeah.
Like middle class, but like middle
Yeah.
attractive.
They're like how a lot of upper class people grow up saying like, oh, I'm middle class. When you're like, dude, you have a TV in your pool. That's like their attractiveness level.
Dude, your cabinets look like your fridge and vice versa. You know, like those people who camouflage their fridge.
Yeah.
That's a sign of money.
That's a sign of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those of us with mismatching fridge and cabinets.
We could never.
No. We live a challenged life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, Love is Blind.
So that's the premise for the show. What we've seen thus far.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what we should talk about. What's the Indian dude's name?
Shake.
Dude, Shake. Shake's my favorite.
Explain that.
Yeah. I think you would say he's not a bad person, but he's not like a good person.
True.
Right? I think he just has a lot of issues.
Mm-hmm.
But he's trying that, and he came on, and like the first thing he asked chicks was like, could I carry you on my shoulders at a festival?
Yeah, he went on a show focused on genuine connection, only caring about looks.
Yeah.
And has somehow not had the greatest luck.
Yeah, incredible. You'd think that would lead to success.
And now he's engaged to a beautiful lady.
Beautiful.
But she's
a lot.
Yeah. She's already talking about having babies and being together forever. And the look of panic in his eyes is something that every listener needs to go find.
Yeah.
Message me or DJ and we'll send you a clip.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's great solely because like he clearly he was wrong for the show. He's so funny. I was really hoping there was this other chick who was like obsessed with her Instagram followers. I was hoping that she and him would end up together, but no, he ended up with like a great woman. And to his credit, he's trying.
He is trying to change.
Yeah, he's trying to fall in love with her, even though he's not attracted to her.
True. My favorite person?
Yeah.
By favorite, I mean my least favorite?
Yeah.
Is Shane.
Oh my God.
So Shane, like two girls, and he was kind of like keeping both of them on lock.
I would say, keep going, sorry.
And so like one girl, he was like, he basically confused the two girls in the pods.
Yeah.
And was like flirting with one, thinking it was someone else. And both girls ended up fine with that.
Yeah.
Like everyone was just like, oh, Shane.
Yeah. It was also, I would say, the first case of reality TV gaslighting that you can, that was actual gaslighting.
True.
He was like,
he completely, when the one girl got annoyed, he was like, if you're going to keep getting annoyed with me, we can't be together.
Yeah. Where she was annoyed because he was like, I mean, I don't know if you can call it cheating, but
no,
kind of.
It's a dating show.
Yeah. But like he was misrepresenting his relationship with both girls to both girls.
Yeah.
And then when one called him out on it, he's like, well, if you're going to be like this, whenever there's anything going wrong in the relationship, maybe this isn't going to work. And then she like apologized to him. Like it was crazy.
Well, and also, listener, if you don't know, Shane wears capri sweatpants like every episode. I don't think they're supposed to be capris, but
He's a tall guy.
And he never closes his mouth.
Never.
His
Definitely
resting
a mouth
face
breather.
is with his mouth open.
He what?
His resting face is with his mouth open.
Mouth open. All the time.
I think when people just sit there with their mouth open, it's just like the IQ points are like flowing out of their mouth. It's just like
leaving out the mouth.
Yeah, all of the intelligence is just like escaping.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Whereas the rest of us, like a little bit is, but it's out our nose, which are smaller holes.
So I'm like, clamp that mouth shut.
Yeah, clamp that mouth shut. Anyway, fantastic season. We're at the end of episode 4. It looked like those people that we described earlier were, man, I don't know if this is going to be fun to listen to. Us just redo.
We might have to not talk about reality show.
Yeah, maybe not. Or maybe just like quick recaps. We're learning, dear listener. Anyway, this season looks bonkers.
It should be good.
Yeah. And
now we're going to turn to something that everyone can enjoy.
Yeah. Which is, Emily, how often do you think about dinosaurs? Like on a daily basis?
Oh, not daily.
Okay. Monthly?
I think about them when I like see them, like little kids have like dinosaurs on their shirts.
Oh yeah. Emily is a great aunt, so she sees little children a lot.
Yeah. Not just like hanging out in the clothes section.
Yeah. She's not just like at Gap Kids, just like, oh, that kid's got a cool
Also,
dinosaur
let's talk about middle class. You immediately went to Gap Kids.
Yeah.
Like,
where would you have gone? Old Navy Kids? Like what?
Or just like,
Walmart?
But the fact that you went to Gap Kids shows your wealth.
Wow.
Just saying, proud of you.
Thank you. Parents as well. Just thank you so much for our
Gap Kids childhood.
Yeah. For being able to allow my first thought of children's clothes to be Gap Kids. My privilege is definitely showing.
Yeah. But I definitely don't think about dinosaurs like in my free time.
Okay. Do you think our listeners do?
I'm wondering, do you?
Yeah. No. Well, that's why I bring this up. Is like I think about dinosaurs a lot. Well, but I don't know. Yeah, I think we're gonna cut this out. Anyway, let's keep going.
So a segment, in case you don't love Love Is Blind or reality TV, a segment that everyone can agree on is things that have annoyed us this week.
Gosh.
So I just have a small rant.
Yeah.
And again, if any of my friends listening to this are offended, it's not personal. It's not aimed at anyone. It's just something I've been thinking about.
It's not aimed at anyone specific. It's
exactly.
aimed at lots of people.
Like I actually don't know of anyone this applies to.
Okay.
But we've talked about it once before. If you have a smartphone, which if you don't, I don't know how you're listening to this, to be honest. And your passcode is more than 4 digits long.
Oh, yeah.
What are you hiding?
Yeah, you actually corrected me on this because mine used to be 6.
And like, if it's a work phone and we live in DC, so there's a lot of people with like high clearance security jobs. I understand. But you with your little Instagram app, or maybe like you're playing, I don't know what games people play, Flappy Bird. I don't know what people, like, why do you have that on lockdown?
Yeah.
And so I just think it's ridiculous when I'm sitting next to someone and they try to unlock their phone and it takes 5 hours because they got to do their whole passcode. Or if it's not an iPhone, they do their whole little maze.
Oh, yeah. Also, how are people still doing mazes?
I don't know.
Like, first of all, the only time I have to do a passcode is I never have to do a pass. Oh, when I restart my phone.
Oh, yes.
Other than that, like if I have a mask on, my watch lets me open. And if you don't have Face ID, you have fingerprint. Why are people still doing mazes?
I don't know.
Yeah. They just they didn't realize that Android evolved past the original Android.
I personally don't think that most people need a lock on their phone anyway.
Yeah. But I think for if you have a banking app, you have to have it, right?
True, but like how often does someone have my phone and I'm not around?
Right.
Like I feel like my phone's either in my pocket, in my hand, or not anywhere near me.
Yeah.
So I don't worry about someone being like, oh, here's Emily's phone.
Yeah.
Let me hack in. Because also the bank app usually has a password.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. You could set a separate password. But if you use Face ID, I think you have to have your phone locked with Face ID in order to use Face ID on the banking app.
But you would just log in with your other.
Right. So there's a way around it. Yeah. No, you're definitely right. Most people definitely don't have anything on their phone. And if you do have something on your phone that like you're scared of someone seeing, like maybe you shouldn't have that on your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just my
I think that's
my
good.
hot take.
Here's my rant that I've been thinking of.
Okay.
The number of people who give me looks from their car when they're the one driving poorly.
Oh.
Is overwhelming. Like it happened twice this week. I was turning into the parking lot at Whole Foods, and there was a woman.
Listeners, did you notice his wealth one more time? Got to get my kombucha. Go ahead.
There was a woman like in the middle of the aisle, and so I couldn't turn, and she couldn't keep coming, and she made me back up.
Oh, nothing makes me more mad.
Yeah,
you're at fault.
Oh. Yeah.
Or when people do the end run, like if you are getting off on an exit and someone like goes down the shoulder or like is somehow breaking the rules to try and cut in line.
Yeah.
And you don't let them in.
Oh,
and they look at you so mad. And I'm like, you're the rule breaker.
You know, Virginia drivers, I don't really have an issue with. They're pretty good, but they're not courteous.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
We got places to be.
Yeah, everyone in this area is constantly on red alert.
There is no lazy drive.
There's never a time when you are not in a hurry and can go, yeah, you can get in front of me.
Never. Even when I'm not in a hurry, like to the grocery store, I'm like, how dare you try to come in front of me?
Like even on my way over here, I was like, woman, get out of my way.
Exactly.
Anyway, it happened twice to me this week. So
I'm sorry that happened.
Yeah. And I don't want to be sexist or ageist, but I'm about to be. It's always older women. Mm-hmm. Which, like, I'm not saying older women are bad drivers. Just maybe when I'm making a blanket statement that I'm going to regret immediately. But maybe when they are being older drivers, they're bad drivers, they don't realize it and they think it's the other person's fault more often.
Interesting.
Whereas maybe when a man is being a bad driver, I hate that I'm saying this. I take it all back.
Yeah.
Not really, but like for public, I do.
This week,
right.
Older women have been bad drivers in your life.
Yes. Yeah.
I will also say the cars that cut me off the most.
Yeah.
Teslas.
Oh.
And Lexus. And I'm like, just because you have money, you don't need to cut in front of me.
Yeah. But if, like, let's be real. Like, what are you doing? They're probably, like, closing some $1 million deal. And what are you doing? Just, like, signing a research project? Like,
yeah, that's one way to define what I do. Another rant I have.
Yeah.
Also phone related. Obviously, technology.
Yeah.
When you open an app or a new app and you have the two choices.
Yeah.
And it's about sharing your data, blah, blah, blah. And it's either allow.
Yeah.
Or to track your data. I think that's what it is. The options are allow.
Yeah.
Or ask app to not track. Why is it ask?
I agree. Well, and
Because I'm not asking you, I'm telling you to not.
To don't track me.
And I feel like this is giving them leeway that it was like, you asked.
Right.
But I didn't tell you I wasn't going to track it.
Yeah, Apple's been, so I think, I agree. It's dumb.
I just don't like that language.
I think when you say don't, like they're not allowed to track you. But I don't know why they don't just say, no, don't track me.
Allow or don't allow.
Yeah.
Like, why is it ask?
Yeah, why is it ask? That is dumb. Apple, Timmy.
Tim, we know you're listening.
Yeah, Tim. Clearly, someone's going to recommend this podcast to you, and change that, please. Because I agree. Though I just turned mine. I don't get that every time I download a new app. I just did a blanket.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll show you how to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Do you have any apps that you let track you always, like your location?
Google Maps.
Yep.
Find my friends.
Oh, sure.
And I think that's it.
I only have one person that I allow to track me.
And who is that?
My sister, because she was being really, really cool about it. I was not about to say annoying. She was being so cool and was like, please let me track you. Please let me track you. Just me, just me, just me, just me. And I was like, no, I don't know why anyone needs to know my location. Mm-hmm. And she was like, no, I do. And I was like, okay.
I will let you know.
Yeah.
My location is shared with probably 20 to 25 people. And there's a handful of them, hopefully you're all listening, who I have not hung out with in 5+ years.
Yeah.
But we shared it once in college, and now it feels like a personal attack to unshare.
Yeah.
And I don't have animosity to these people. I still love them. You can track me. Like, again, back to the phone. What am I hiding?
Right.
Like, you're going to see I went to Target for the 3rd time this week. I don't care.
So that's one way of looking at it. My way of looking at it is like, why do you need to know where I am?
Well, sometimes it's just interesting.
Yeah, I would.
To be honest, no one I hang out with now in this phase of my life has my location. My family does.
I do.
No, I stopped.
You unshared it?
Yeah.
When?
The next day. So
I don't think that's true.
Listeners.
I'm going to check right now.
Is it going to stop the recording?
Oh.
So listeners, DJ and I went to Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Last weekend with a group of friends.
Philly.
And we were coordinating our caravan.
Yeah.
And so he shared location with me, which was an interesting choice given we were in the same car.
Yeah.
But he shared his location, which was a shock. Mm-hmm. So I was like, quid pro quo, follow for follow. I will follow him back. And then I had the embarrassing moment the next day where I saw that DJ could see my location, but he was no longer sharing his.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, listeners, I was quick to hit that stop sharing location.
Do you know what's embarrassing about that story?
Am I still sharing my location?
You're still sharing your location.
Oh my gosh.
I just pulled it up. You're right.
I'm with you?
You're right with me, yeah.
Oh man.
Our location is the same place.
I'm going to definitely have to stop.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised because I know that you know that I don't share location.
Yeah, and to be honest, I don't really care if you know.
Yeah. Oh, weird. My aunt is still sharing her location with me. She's a BYU.
Listeners, do you share your location with people? How many people do you share your location with?
Comment, please.
Comment below your current location so we know where our listeners are coming from.
I will also say this. That was a long pause. We're going to cut that. I'm going to go back to this. I will also say this. I love having other people's location. Like, it is fun that I can be like, where's my sister right now? Oh, is she with my aunt? They're both in Provo. No, she's not with my aunt. No, they're different places. They're just both in Provo. Anyway, I do love being able to look and be like, oh, my sister's here. But, like, I don't want anyone to have my location.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, if she unshared it with me, like, I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, like, I had a friend. We've shared locations for the last 5 years.
Uh-huh.
And, like, we're still all good, I think. And, like, 2 weeks ago, I went to text her because it shows up in your text messages.
Right. It doesn't show up as a notification. It's just the next time you go to text them, it's like, oh.
Yeah. And I was kind of like, is she mad at me?
Yeah. Because she unshared.
She unshared. So I don't think she is. If that's you and you're listening to this and I did something, please let me know. But I think we're still fine.
In fact, please comment what Emily did.
Why you stopped sharing your location with me.
What was I going to say? Oh, man. I don't know. Let's move on.
Okay.
Yeah. That was a good little segment there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad you had that rant. Let me see what other topics I had. Maybe one of them will be good. Because that dinosaur one was bad. I'll just fill you guys in because I'm definitely cutting that out. I tried to bring up a little dinosaur segment and it was pretty dumb.
Again, comment below if you want more dinosaurs. We're happy to give what the people want.
Yeah. You know what? we're happy to make this podcast completely
listener driven.
Yeah. The only thing we want out of this podcast is more time to chat. So if you give us topics, we'll chat about them. And like just the most minuscule amount of fame. Yeah. Mostly for M.
Yeah, no, I'm the one in it for the fame.
I'm just in it because I think it's fun. Nah, I'm going to be honest. I probably haven't been honest about that. I've been like, I don't care about followers. But that's just so that I don't get my hopes up.
No, true.
I care about followers.
Yeah, so please follow.
Yeah, please follow. And rate and review and share.
Also, listeners, if you haven't been able to tell by now, me and DJ love to talk.
Uh-huh.
And we like hearing ourselves talk. Not the actual sound of our voice, but we love performing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to have...
Oh my gosh.
This is kind of like where you are in front of a party of people spread out wherever.
Yeah. Because this... Yeah. That's why this is so great. Because it's like a party of like 1,000 people. Well, then when we release this, it'll be like 5. But like someday it could be 1,000.
Well, and also the beauty that you don't have in person, that we can cut out the duds.
The dinosaur segment.
Yeah. Because DJ and I have, in a party once said something and the room falls flat. Actually, don't know if any.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true. We're pretty good performers. We can read a crowd. It's when there's no crowd that I struggle. It's when there's no crowd that I'm like, Emily, how often do you think about dinosaurs?
Also, to our friends we hang out with, if you are listening to this and like, you guys need to calm down, you're not that great, understandable.
Yeah, no, I think that's probably
We're just trying to get the local people interested.
Yeah. And like, we're trying to help them understand
why we're doing
the impetus. Yeah.
Because I've had a lot of people ask, do you have a theme of the podcast?
No.
Or what makes you qualified?
Nothing.
Literally nothing.
Yeah. We just like talking. Hey, you want to cut it there?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for listening.
We're so glad you're here.
Yeah. Hopefully this turns out okay.
Next episode?
Yeah.
We're going to fill you in on 2022 Year of the Hot.
Oh my gosh. How did we not? No, we have to. No. We'll bring that up next episode. 2022 is Year of the Hot Dog.
I know you're all interested. Get ready.
How did we miss that?
It's because
we were so excited.
Yeah.
We were so excited. I also have another rant that I wrote down.
Okay.
That I haven't been thinking about that I'll talk about next.
Okay. We are hoping to do weekly episodes.
Yeah.
We see each other enough.
On a certain day.
No, you'll just one day see it available for you to listen to.
Once a week in your podcast feed, anywhere from Wednesday to Sunday.
Yeah.
Yep. They won't be recorded or released on Monday or Tuesday, but it won't be recorded or released on Tuesday.
Definitely not Tuesday.
So Wednesday through Monday, it could show up in your podcast feed.
And we just think that's fun for you.
Yeah, it's like a little surprise, a little of joy.
A little treat on your way to work.
Yeah. Yeah. So thanks for listening.
Love you all.
This has been...
Did we even say the name of the podcast?
Yeah, The Kitchen Table.
Oh, The Kitchen.
I said it in the first recording. I'm not sure. So the podcast called Kitchen Table. Thanks for listening.
Okay, bye.
Bye.